All right, welcome back. Good morning. Got a good one for you today because we are going to learn how to never fail, how to always succeed, how to keep ourselves moving in the right direction, and how to, have all the right parts in place so we never feel like we're losing or slowing down. If that's something that you want to do, stick around. This one might be a 10-minute video. I'm going to try and keep it under 10 minutes, but at the end of the day, you can walk away and you're going to have a lot of growth through the process. So, first thing I want to talk about is momentum. What is momentum? Momentum is we have mass times velocity. Now, the size of an object matters, and the speed that it's moving will determine the amount of momentum that you have on your journey. So let's focus on you, right? If you're trying to see progress with your weight loss, with your business, with your performance in the gym, right? Mass isn't going to change as much in the sense of personal self, like we want to actually lose weight and get smaller or put on size, but just think of this as the being that you are and the phase that you are in the section of your life, right? So with a business, it makes sense as the business grows, you have an opportunity to pick up velocity, which is the rate that something moves, all right? So the velocity is the speed that gets done, that equals momentum. And then over here, if we have time times volume, excuse me, it's early over here. If we have time multiplied by volume, that'll equal opportunity. Now, time is the amount of time spent on a certain situation. Volume is the amount of work that gets done for that specific situation. So think about this for a second. If you have an object that's growing, right? Your mindset, your belief, if it's personal, your business, the size of it, if it's professional, and the velocity that it's moving. So the rate, let's say we're rolling this boulder down a hill, as it gets bigger and the hill incline increases, that momentum is going to pick up. So you're going to move with a lot of more ease as you go through it. Now, the amount of time that we do this and the amount of work that we put in along the way is going to increase opportunity. So if we have momentum times opportunity, to me, that equals growth. All right. And in the business and in life, we want to see growth. I don't know anybody, and I don't surround myself with anybody that likes to be exactly where they are. I need to surround myself with winners. So I hope that you are a winner and you're staying this far and you understand that the more momentum you have, right, the more velocity you pick up in the mindset and your belief, the amount of time that you spend doing one thing and the amount of effort that you put into it is going to equal positive growth in your life. Now, there's some things that I want to talk about so you understand fully along the way that to achieve growth, it's not just a one and done deal. There's a couple different things that I want you to think about when it comes to growth. Forgive my terrible handwriting. So one is sexy goals. That's not a Y. Sexy goals. Okay? Big, sexy goals. I've never met anybody that set a little goal and got to where they wanted to go at the end of the day. Now, vision, we spoke about this before, to see this big goal, you need to set little goals along the way, but you're seeing on track, you're plugging into the GPS of your life where it is that you want to go. So the next thing, excuse me while I grab this. The next thing I want you to talk on or think about is, are you surrounding yourself with people who are serving you, right? So what do your surroundings look like when it comes to people and places, things in your life? I set up my office when I first moved in and I wasn't getting any work done. And this year, what I've done in the office is that I've set up whiteboards on the walls. They're coming in. We added more light into the room for mood lighting and then actual lighting because it was really dark in here. There's no ceiling fan. And we've actually set it up so I can have a standing desk and I can work and I can run meetings standing so I'm not sitting on my ass all day. It's created a more creative environment. It's been a more pleasant place to be in. My environment is as important as the people that I surround myself with. The other side of that story, in a past life, I was in a relationship that wasn't putting gasoline on the fire. It wasn't pushing me to work as hard as I needed to work. Now that I have an amazing relationship, Lacey and I motivate, inspire, push one another to stay disciplined in our actions so we can continue moving forward down the path to where we want to go, professionally, personally, and then collectively with our businesses. Number 3, to achieve growth, we want to fill the gaps. Fill the gaps. Meaning, if you're starting somewhere on a personal health journey with your business, right, there's a lot that you don't know. And I want you to learn as you go. Now, as you learn, your momentum is going to not be as quick in the beginning, right? But you can focus more on increasing the velocity of what it is that you do by putting more information into your brain. The time that you spend doing it, the more volume that you put into it, the more reps that you get in the gym, the more times you track your food, the more nights you get a good night's sleep, you're going to fill the gaps and learn that those things benefit you. You're more pages in a books, in self-help books that you read to stay disciplined in a field or an industry or on a topic that excites you to get to your end game, right? Your sexy goal, you're going to be able to understand more. And the more that you do learn, you're actually going to be able to put yourself in a position to comprehend more information and then increase growth at the end of the day. Another big one that I put down here, and you're probably not going to see all these, is flexible, not rigid. We want to bend and not break. All right, there's this buzzword out there called pivoting. And to me, pivoting is really the understanding that we can turn at any given notice. We can slow down when we need to slow down. We can speed up when we need to speed up. We can, adjust our path to get to the same destination. If you're so hell-bent on one type of training or one type of meal plan or one type of business strategy, the truth is that you're probably not going to see the same results as if you were flexible. For me, I'm a high carb guy. I love eating high carb food. I think it just tastes better. I enjoy those types of food better. Bread, rice, pasta, fruit, veggies, things like that. Awesome. However, I wanted to shift more towards aesthetic results, and I'm not doing much performance in my training anymore. So what I did was I needed to be flexible, and I went to more of a high fat based macro plan, and I started having high carbs on every third day, aka carb cycling, more on that at another time. And I've actually started to see my energy go up, my aesthetics are better, my performance is fine in the gym for what I'm doing right now. So if I wasn't flexible and I was like, no, this is the only way, like keto is the only way, paleo is the only way, intermittent fasting is the only way, I might be able to like sell you on it because I'm so knowledgeable about it. But if I'm not seeing the results that I want to see, you're probably not going to buy in as much, and I wasn't buying in either. So I learned how to be flexible. The next thing I want to talk about is actually, I'll just erase these, we'll go back, is burnout, avoiding burnout. 5, avoid burnout. Now, understanding your capacity is going to be super helpful here. If you understand your capacity in a certain area, you're not going to actually wake up one day and feel unmotivated or not determined to keep going forward. I have a tendency to burn the candle from both ends. For all of 2021, I woke up at 4 a.m. I went to bed at 11 p.m. I did 75 hard. I was working out twice a day. I was hitting my meals. I wasn't getting sleep, and I was growing my business, which we had a really great year of growth. But come 2022, as that I had a lot of changes in my life, I moved and I was trying to keep the same schedule, I saw that fade and fizzle out, and it led me to a lack in momentum and a decrease in opportunity. So what I'm trying to do now is find that balance for a period of time so I can lean back into that growth that I want to see. If you've experienced burnout, whether that be stress burnout or work burnout or training burnout or nutrition burnout or with your business, my goal for you is to understand that, hey, you can take a breath. It doesn't have to be, oh, I'm taking 6 months off or a week or going on vacation. It could be like, you know what? I'm taking the day to think on why I want to do this. Go back to number 1, your big, sexy goals, and understand why that's important to you. And if you can write down why it's important to you and kind of backtrack and start again and start slow and build momentum, you're going to see more of that growth over a period of time. The next one, number 6, I'll just put this. Avoid lazy people. I said this earlier. I have no room in that for my life. I got goals and I'm on a mission and I'm trying to pick up as much speed as I can along the way and go as far as I can in this short life that we have. If I'm lazy, the people around me are lazy, going back to number 2, who do you surround yourself with? This isn't going to happen at the speed and the rate that I want it to happen at. So if you have someone, I call these anchors, that's holding you where it is that you want to go, from where it is you want to go, then I would let them leave. There are people that come into your life for a season, a reason, or a lifetime, and sometimes we put them in the wrong bucket. If we do put them in the wrong bucket, understand you are the one that's being held back. So let's ditch that anchor, or anchors. Could be friends, family, colleagues, and keep moving in a direction that you want, because at the end of the day, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, am I surrounding myself with the right people? Is anybody holding me back? Okay. Mindset is key in all this, all right? So I put be undeniable, all right? Mindset, have that undeniable mindset. I like people who have almost like an outrageous mindset that they can do anything. Now, we don't need to be humble along the way, and that goes back to our ability to learn and take in information to be able to grow, filling the gaps. But if you wake up every day and say, hey, I'm going to make this happen, you're already ahead of the game. If you wake up and say, I don't know if I'm going to make this happen, you're shorting yourself. So if you don't know what to do, go learn. If you don't know who to surround yourself with, find somebody that is in a position that you want to be in and start having a conversation with them. If your goals are small, well, think about what the next step would be after that goal. And then you could set a bigger goal. Yes, you have to get to number 1 before you get to number 2. However, at the end of the day, that's progress over time. And last, it's time to work, time to film, time to make it happen. Relentless action. None of this happens, mass, velocity, growth, time, volume, opportunity, growth. None of this happens without action. So we need to start working on it. And this is where it comes back to where you might be. It doesn't matter how short or small, how short of a time you've been doing this or how small of a goal that you have. If you don't take action on it, if you don't wake your ass up at 5 a.m., if that's what you said you were going to do, if you don't drink your water like that's what you said you were going to do, if you don't go and learn about that industry that you say you want to be in, you're not going to see that come to life. I was just talking with somebody I met on Instagram, and he was telling me he's just getting into running and he wants to, run just to get healthy, and he sees people running. I'm like, that's amazing. I remember when I first started in fitness, I signed up for an obstacle course race. I still remember the people that we did it with and how seriously I took it. And looking back, it was a fun race. But then after that, I was able to sign up for a half marathon. And I was able to sign up for another half marathon. And I was able to take that mindset into CrossFit. I was able to compete in CrossFit. I was able to take that mindset of fitness and apply it to business. And with business, I was able to help more people. So you see how this works? You're setting these goals along the way. This gentleman told me, he's like, I don't know if I'll ever be able to run a marathon. I'm not there yet. I'm a terrible runner and I don't even like it that much. But I've been able to go from 1K to 2K and I'm setting a goal to run a 5K. And I was like, stop. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You have literally the ability in this situation to put one foot in front of the other and take action on it. Because when you take action on it, you're going to actually see that your mindset shift. You're going to learn more about yourself. You're going to be able to set bigger goals, and you're going to be able to increase that velocity, the momentum. You're going to be able to increase the time, the amount of reps that you put in over a certain period of time, which will increase opportunity for you to do more. Maybe he pivots in a different direction of fitness. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me at this point. I was so pumped that he said, like, I'm literally just putting one foot in front of the other, and I'm going to get to a 5K one day. Amazing. So the 10 things, again, big, sexy goals. Are you surrounding yourself with people who are serving you, filling the gaps by learning information that you don't know? You don't know everything, just remember that. Be flexible, not rigid. Avoid burnout. Know thy capacity. If you know that, then you can understand, like, not to burn the candle from both ends all the way down. You can take a second, a day, a weekend, a week, a month, it doesn't matter, but then dive back into it because you started this for some reason. Avoid lazy people. Anchors are not necessary in your life. Be undeniable. Mindset is key. Be relentless and go the extra mile. Take action on what it is that you're doing. Then, with this, mass, like who you are, your belief in yourself is going to grow. The velocity of change is going to speed up along the way. That equals momentum, right? Then you have the time it takes to do this. Do not set a time expectation. Just keep working on it. This game, whatever it is that you're doing, it's infinite. You just keep working, keep working, keep working, and then reps, the volume of work you put in over that period of time will increase your opportunity or luck in whatever it is that you're trying to get better at. When you have momentum and you have opportunity, that's going to help increase your growth potential. Hopefully this helps you today. I know it's a lot of information. If you want the guide that I've created, it's going to be available by the end of this week. So just click this link below, get into the Facebook group, because that's where I'm going to release it first, and then I'll send it out via email. I appreciate you guys. We'll see you back here tomorrow, and I will talk to you all later.